Hey guys, I'm going to say the Crusaders have just beaten the Reds 63 points to 28. I mean, yeah, it's incredible, really. I mean, they literally dominated the whole game. It was just a reckoning. I mean, within that first half, they just were like the best team I think it was the best version I've seen of this Crusaders side for a very long time. And I mean, obviously they've been brilliant throughout this, within the last 5 years. But I'm being completely honest here, as a Blues fan, I think that was the best. Like within the first 15 minutes, they were the absolute best I've ever seen them. I mean, within I think the first try went to Richard Moronga. He got a pretty much, I'm not gonna say intercepted a try, but he kind of stole the ball off the Reds, who kind of knocked it on. And all he had to do was just kind of scoop it up, and then all he had to do was just dash around, put the ball down under the try post. So yeah, that was a good try from him overall within the 8th minute. Literally right after that, the Crusaders then got the ball again, and they pretty much broke loose of they broke the defense through Ethan Blattler, I believe, who pretty much offloaded the ball to Richard Moronga. Richard Moronga just pretty much gassed around everyone towards the right hand side, and all he had to do was just do a nice pass towards Severis, and Severis just had a clear run through, and just was able to score a try, pretty much near enough under the post. So yeah, I mean, it was just insane. It was just the levels of the tries were just incredible. I mean, even within the 14th minute, they continued their success through the likes of Cullen Grace, who got a try to his name. Yeah, he just powered through essentially through the Reds defenders, and he was just able to get a try for himself, which was great to see because he's not one. He hasn't been, I'd say, known at this point in time as a try scorer. So it's good to see that he's getting on the try scoring list. But yeah, I mean that 14 minutes were just incredible from the Crusaders. But yeah, from there, I mean. Yeah, you do the likes of Richard Moronga, who got a second try for the game within the 28th minute, so it took a bit of time for the next try to be scored. But yeah, within the 28th minute, so it was a pretty good try. I'd say this was probably his best try, more or less. Yeah, he pretty much, even the commentator said, he was running around like a 10-year-old, but in the nicest way, essentially, where the Reds just weren't able to track where he was going. And all he had to do was just pretty much run around the whole defense onto the other side and onto the right-hand side. No one could tackle him. He was just too quick. And it was just one of those tries where, obviously he scored a try from the right-hand side, right-hand corner, but it was just incredible to see because, no one could catch it. It was just, for me, it's like when I'm playing footy, if I'm playing, in the under-10s, for example, it's like me just running around as a kid, just around other kids. He just did the exact same thing, but against the Reds. It's just incredible to see. But I mean, from there, it was just a brilliant try. I mean, I do believe it was McDermott who got the first try then for the Reds within the 35th minute, I believe. So it was a good try from him overall. He pretty much had he did a quick tap essentially, and just charged in under the post. Got the ball down before anyone could swipe it off him. So good try from him. Kind of an expected try in that sense because they were kind of putting pressure on the Crusaders at that point in time. But good try from the Reds there. I mean, from there the Reds, the Crusaders responded very quickly. I mean, if I'm right, actually, that was kind of it at halftime. But I think the halftime score was 28 points to 7 at that point in time. So it's just it didn't look good for the Reds at that point in time. And even in my mind, I was like, this is going above 50 for sure. So I mean, it continued. Obviously, you could say the slaughter in that sense where Reese got his second try in the game for the likes within the 33rd minute, I believe. And another try where he pretty much dashed around. Well, he didn't dash around, but he pretty much. Essentially, he got the ball within the right-hand side again, and all he had to do was pretty much put the ball down. And it was a good try actually because I believe I forgot who offloaded, but someone offloaded the ball to him, and he pretty much all he had to do was just put on the steamers and just get down on the try line. So good try from him overall. I mean, Moronga got his third try from the game, so the first time he's ever got a hat trick, which is kind of surprising to hear. But he got it within the 33rd minute, so good try from him overall. Standard try in the sense where he just pretty much broke the defense, and no one was able to tackle him. So simple enough, really. Don't have to go into too much detail about that one. But after that, I believe the Crusaders then got a penalty try towards them, which is kind of interesting to see because they obviously this came from I believe a scrum or a line. I think it was a scrum, and more or less they obviously got in the opposition 22 and just weren't able to actually capitalize on that. But of course, the Reds they were causing too many penalty infringements as well, so it just obviously led to the penalty try, which kind of it was definitely fair to give. And from there I believe it was Harry Hooper got a yellow card, obviously because of stopping the try from actually happening. So same minute, 58th minute, and I believe from there Harry Wilson got a try for the Reds within the 60th minute. This was just a nasty try in the sense where obviously the Reds weren't going to win at this point in time, but it was just more or less then they came down, McDermott passed it down within the left-hand side. I believe it was Uru who passed it off to Harry Wilson, and Harry Wilson had a decision to make where he could have passed it to Tebow, who was right along him, and it was kind of cool to see because he was holding the ball like this at the whole time, so he was looking and using the pass, and Will Jordan was coming at him, so he could have tackled him if he wanted to, but what he did, which was just brilliant to see, was that he did like a fake, and essentially, and just took the ball himself and just ran the whole pitch essentially, and scored a try for himself. So it was just a great moment to see a perfect dummy in that sense, where Will Jordan just looking back, it's like, oh, well that just happened. So it was just a perfect dummy, and credit to Harry Wilson on that, because that takes a lot of skill to actually do that within that big of a game. Anyway, moving on from that, I believe it was Vunivalu who got his first try within the game. Well, not first try, but got his only try within the game within the 63rd minute, I believe. It was kind of like an intercept try in the sense where I believe it was Stewart, who kind of intercepted the ball from the Crusaders, and from there was able to pass it up to Vunivalu. Vunivalu put him on a clear run, and all he had to do was just kind of dash around and score the try. So that was in quick succession. That was in the 63rd minute, so that kind of brought them back within the game. I believe at that point in time they had 21 points. So they were coming back slightly within that game, but obviously they weren't going to catch the Crusaders at this point in time because the Crusaders scored too many tries. And I believe Taylor got the next try for the Crusaders within the 74th minute. Kind of a standard, I'm not going to say a standard try from him, but for the left-hand side, they had just 1-2 plays essentially. And I think it was just a 2-on-1 situation where Matalay just passed it down to Taylor, and Taylor all he had to do was just run around the left-hand side and put it under the post. So great try from the Crusaders there. Just sort of kind of like a team try in that sense. That's kind of good to see. I believe from there, Will Jordan did actually get a yellow card within the 79th minute for infringement in the sense where he was just, kind of stopping the Reds from allowing, from quick play. So he got a yellow card from there. It didn't really matter that much because obviously it was the 79th minute. But I believe from there, the Reds actually got a final try within the game through Penamosa within the left-hand corner. Well, not left-hand corner, but left-hand side. And all he had to do was just pretty much put the ball down on the line and kind of got the last try in the game. So that was kind of it really. 63 points to 28. Like I said, this is probably the most dominant display I've seen from the Crusaders in a long while. If I had to say my man of the match, I think there's only one man you can really go off, and it's Richard Mo'unga. He was just... he was brilliant. Normally, I always say that the best Richard Mo'unga game I've ever seen was against the Blues within last season's Super Rugby All-Star competition, because he literally just changed the game. But this one could top it in that just the way that he played was just... he just controlled the momentum of the whole game, which is brilliant to watch. But if you're a rugby fan, you've had the what. This was a great game of rugby to watch. Both sides got tries to the name, and overall, the Crusaders walk away with the away win, obviously with a bonus point as well, which is crucial towards this league table. The Reds, obviously, they're going to look back at this match and just, I'm not going to say they hold their head high, because they just didn't perform to the standards of what most people would have expected. Obviously, the two champions from each, conference coming together, but Crusaders, just well done, and this is coming from a Blues fan. I hate to say this, but the Crusaders were just so dominant, and it was just, it was tough to watch. But anyway, just hope you guys have a good day, and talk to you guys soon.